Welcome back everyone. Now that we've seen an overview of the game in the first video of this series, let's take a closer look at the scoreboard and the stats button. Just to remind us, students are either running for their first election in the run for office scenario, or they're running for re-election in the American government scenario. The game models a 2-year electoral cycle which is captured in 8 turns. Within each turn, players have a limited number of moves, usually 4, in which to stage a successful campaign. The turn number and moves bar are displayed on the left-hand side of the screen. As students take actions, the moves bar will record their choices. When they enter the game, students face an immediate goal of working towards electoral success by focusing on increasing the 3 key variables in the game: awareness, approval, and influence. Essentially, awareness is how much your district knows who you are, approval is the measure of how positive your constituents feel about you as a politician, and then influence is how important you are as a member of Congress. These values are displayed on the scoreboard at the top of the screen. The majority and minority party, as well as the key issues for each party, are displayed as well. Students can also see the resources at their disposal like money, staff, and volunteers. These 3 measures also feed into the summary statistic political capital, which drives their position on the leaderboard. So working to increase these values is how they beat their fellow classmates. Currently, my political capital is 24 out of 100. In order to see where that places me on the leaderboard, we need to pull up the Stats tab at the bottom of the screen. Looking at the bottom of the screen, we can see that the game has designated me as a Democrat on the Human Services Committee. I'm in Washington, D.C. now, but in order to fly back to my home district, I can click on the airplane icon to the right of my character info. By clicking on the Stats tab, we see that currently I'm tied with my classmates in terms of political capital, but that will change as we progress through the game. On the Politician Summary tab, you can see that my representative's ideology is right down the middle, which is starting point for all players in the game. As you take positions, run media campaigns, talk to voters, associate with interest groups, and propose legislation, your ideology and issues profile will reflect these actions. On the District Summary tab, I bring up a great deal of important info that I'll need to take advantage of as I craft my public image. At first glance, you'll notice that the current polling shows that 50.5% of my district would vote for me right now, while 46.5% would vote for my opponent, and only 3% are undecided. This will obviously change as the game progresses. On the right, you can see that my district is also centrist in nature, and the 3 most important issues for my district as a whole are national security, governance, and individual rights. There are 9 issue areas found in the game in total. These are crime, drugs, economy, education, environment, governance, healthcare, individual liberties, and national security. Let me go ahead and stop there, and in the next video we'll walk through the assorted game locations in the home district and Washington, D.C. scenes, and I'll go over what actions can be taken at each of these. Thanks for watching.